Hello tech lovers, Mark here, and today we're going to be taking a look at this, the AS3102t version 2 NAS box. I reviewed a few of these before and they're always great value for money. This one is version 2. I've not tried version 1, but I'll explain one of the key differences in a moment. To get started with this NAS, you'll need at least one hard drive. Installation is really easy. You don't even need any tools because they've provided a load of thumb screws with this. You simply remove the back two that are around the back of the device. They just unscrew. Then you remove the main panel, that just unclips, and when you tip this over, you can then add a hard drive into position. It doesn't take too long to do. You need to screw that in place, and once that's in, you can either install one drive or two. You simply reassemble and power it on. The advantage of having two drives is you can set these up in a RAID array so that they mirror each other, and that way if you have a lot of important documents or photos, if one hard drive fails, they've already been backed up to the second hard drive, replace the failed hard drive, and it will recreate the mirror, so you've always got that lovely continuity of security for your files. And that makes this a really great option if you're looking to ditch any cloud services out there. If you're worried about security, privacy, things like that, you can basically create your own home cloud. You can see they've stuck with a very standard design. This time it's got a funky front panel on. You get a USB 3 panel on the front as well as some indication lights. Around the back's where things get interesting, as well as a HDMI port. One of the key differences between this and the original V1 box is that this has two network ports. That second network port allows you to take advantage of link aggregation, which basically means you have two Ethernet cables plugged into this. You'll need something like a decent switch box to plug both cables in, and it will operate as if you've got one super fat cable in, and you'll get a much faster network connection speed. Having an HDMI port on a NAS makes a lot of sense if you are running software from the NAS that you want to display on a TV. You get a very nice clean interface and you can control that via a mobile app. The remote is in your hands then at all times. You just fire up this app and you can navigate around. One thing I have found though is it can be a little sluggish to navigate about, and now that they've lost Kodi as an app, it makes slightly less sense to use this directly with a TV. It used to be you could have Kodi on this box, you could have any videos, music, photos, and it would have an app on your TV and it would just stream it straight from the box, straight to your TV. Brilliant. Now Kodi isn't an option. You might want to install something like Plex instead, in which case this doesn't need to be plugged into the TV. You could just as easily have this in another room, streaming to your smart TV or your Android stick or your phone or whatever. The ADM software is really good. I've covered this in detail before. You've got plenty of options in terms of apps. This can be a media server, it can be a web server. You can back up your websites to it, so you can enter your FTP credentials and set up an automatic backup job to pull down your website and back that up from wherever it's currently hosted. It can be a learning platform, it can be a downloading box, it can do so many different things. There's absolutely tons of options. Once again, we've got a really great NAS for a decent price. It's got loads of functionality. The one thing you have to keep in mind though is it doesn't come with any hard drive. So whatever price you see online, if it doesn't come with hard drives, you're gonna have to add on hard drive costs. If you want to learn more, I will put links in the description below. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe, join my tech tribe, and click on this video to see what else I've been reviewing. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.